What's up, everybody? Eric from Collect&Reflect here, and today is the day we have all been waiting for so long. I mean, I feel like it's been almost 4 years now since we were hearing rumors about the supposed Nintendo Switch Pro. Then those dreams were dashed when they just decided to come out with the Lite and the Switch OLED. And then eventually news of the successor to the Nintendo Switch was coming out. And today, this is it. It's January 16th, 2025, and we have finally gotten a first look at the Nintendo Switch 2. The biggest thing about this is the fact that it is indeed called the Nintendo Switch 2. And if you are anybody who hasn't been living under a rock, so to speak, on the internet the past few weeks, the past few months, even, a lot of these things have been leaked. There have been all kinds of conversations about whether or not Nintendo should have announced this already, whether or not they have heard about the leaks, whether they're angry about the leaks, whether there have been delays. But today, we know for a fact it is called the Nintendo Switch 2, and we got a first look at it. So we're going to take a look at the little trailer, so to speak. It's about a 2-minute video, and I'm going to talk about some of the stuff that we saw in that. I couldn't let this go without talking about it on the channel here. Of course, we love Nintendo with all of our hearts here at Collect and Reflect. We love all things video games. So when they announce a new console, especially a Nintendo console, we have to talk about it. So without further ado, let's check it out. So when the trailer begins, we are looking at the original Nintendo Switch with the iconic neon blue and red colors on the Joy-Cons there, and then things slowly start to shed away the shell of the old Nintendo Switch, moving into the Nintendo Switch 2. We see the larger screen, we see kind of a streamlined edge here on the edge of the console. We see those Joy-Cons change from the Joy-Cons that we all know. We don't even know if they're going to be called Joy-Cons on the Nintendo Switch 2. They might have some other name here, because as we can see, they've got some additional features. We can see the rails on these. Everybody has been assuming that these are magnetic based on a lot of the leaks that have come out over the past few months and even the past year. These do look indeed to be magnetic. There is a bit of a raised railing on these as opposed to the flat or sort of inner railing that they've got on the original Joy-Cons. And then it looks like something interesting here. We've got what looks like some sort of a mouse mode. Now, this was also teased in a lot of the leaks that have been coming out over the past few weeks, but it does look like here in this trailer we are seeing some of this mouse mode functionality there. You can see the Joy-Con mouse kind of sliding across a surface there. All kinds of applications that we could talk about there. And then we're basically, of course, we have to talk about the kickstand. The kickstand was also shown here. It's this U-shaped version. Look at the new dock as well, with a bit of the screen exposed there. A lot of people believe that this will be to show something on the screen so that you can see it while it's in dock mode, maybe a time and date, something like that on there. I really like the design of that. You can actually see your console on there. And then the first and only game for Nintendo Switch 2 that we can see, a new Mario Kart, and what looks to be supporting 24 players, which is absolutely insane. It's great to think about that there can be 24 players actually playing one game of Mario Kart together, but you definitely don't want to be in 24th place. I know how bad it feels to be in 12th place currently, so doubling that to 24, that's just, that's not going to be a good feeling for anyone, but I'm sure some of us, myself included, will be there at some point. So yeah, we're super excited for this new system. No idea what that Mario Kart game is going to be called. Could be Mario Kart 9. A lot of people think it might be called Mario Kart X for some reason. They might consider the Mario Kart Deluxe and all the DLC that went into that for 8 to kind of have been an unofficial 9. So then we would be looking at MKX, Mario Kart X, Mario Kart 10 here for the Nintendo Switch 2. So I think that would probably be an acceptable name, an appropriate name for the game here. But yeah, so there's a lot to behold here. April 2nd, 2025, we're going to have a Nintendo Direct about the Nintendo Switch 2 exclusively. Hopefully this goes into the hardware details. There's a lot here about this system to talk about that has been in some of the leaks that have come out, if you've seen any of those, but we've got no confirmation of hardware features. We've got no confirmation of software features of the OS. We have no confirmation of any specs of the hardware itself. So there's definitely a lot to cover in that Nintendo Switch 2 Nintendo Direct presentation that's coming. Those are usually about 40 minutes, and I can easily see them talking about this new system for 40 minutes, especially if we're going to see any kind of sizzle reel of what the launch lineup is going to be looking like there. So, yeah, just wanted to put that information out there. Wanted to talk about it a little bit with you guys. Everybody's talking about Nintendo Switch 2 right now. We couldn't let this day go by without posting something. Obviously, we want to go into more detail and talk about this, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for the details to come from Nintendo. I don't really want to go into any leaks or speculation here on the channel just yet, unless it just becomes absolutely impossible to do so. But yeah, we've got at least a Mario Kart game confirmed for the Nintendo Switch 2. We know that Metroid Prime 4 is coming out. That could be a dual release. We could, with the backwards compatibility that is confirmed in this trailer, we might start seeing games like how we saw in the PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5 era, where there was a lot of dual system releases, games that were coming out very late on the life cycle of PS4. I mean, even today, there's still PS4 games coming out. The latest Call of Duty that just came out is on PlayStation 4. A Jedi Survivor was ported backwards from PS5 to PS4. So I can see there being a lot of games. Metroid Prime 4 might be one of them that come out with a Nintendo Switch version, but have some sort of upscaled, optimized Nintendo Switch 2 version. We know that we are probably also going to see Pokemon Legends ZA for the Nintendo Switch and the Nintendo Switch 2. There was a tricky bit of text in the announcement for Pokemon Legends ZA that said releasing simultaneously. Some people thought that might have been a slip up to the fact that this is going to be coming out on the Nintendo Switch and the Nintendo Switch 2. Now, that could have just very well meant that it is releasing simultaneously in all regions in the world. So no confirmation here. That's really kind of a bit of a reach there. But those are just a few of the games off the top of my head that we know are going to be coming out for this system, coming out in 2025. And they did confirm the system will be coming out in 2025. So they also announced a list of Nintendo Switch 2 experience events, both here in the United States as well as abroad. Here in the United States, we are looking at New York. We are looking at Los Angeles, and we are looking at Texas for those events all throughout April, around the same time, shortly after that Nintendo Direct. No word on what the release date is. Hopefully in April we get a release date. I assume it's going to be something Q3. They probably want to get this in people's hands so that they can sell a ton of software in the holiday season of 2025. So yeah, that's really all the information that exists right now without going for anything that's a leak or without, kind of interpreting and reaching too far. So if you watched this video, thanks for sticking around. Definitely check out the full Nintendo Switch 2 release trailer. And as soon as we know anything else, as soon as we have any sort of news to report on about this system, we'll definitely let you guys know. So we'll see you in the next one.